Okay, so welcome back to session 2 of unit 3. Today we're going to look at the stages of fetal development. Let us look at our objectives for the study. We are saying by the end of this session, students should be able to demonstrate knowledge of understanding by explaining the stages of fetal development of pregnancy. These stages of fetal development were derived from Barbara McKinnon's book on ethics. Let's look at the first stage. So we are saying at day 1, the moment there is the fusion of the male and female gamete, fertilization takes place. So we say an ovum or an egg composing 23 chromosomes is penetrated by a sperm, and one cell is formed that contains 46 chromosomes. Day 2 to 3, the fertilized egg or ovum passes through the fallopian tube as cell division increases. Days 7 to 10, a blastocyst is formed, and this blastocyst reaches the uterus. It has now become a ball of cells. Week 2, the developing embryo becomes embedded with a uterine wall. Weeks 2 to 8, organ cells such as the brain, spinal cord, heart, and the digestive tube, and certain structural features such as arms and leg parts begin and then continue to develop. Weeks 12 to 16, there is quickening that occurs in the mother's womb, and the mother can feel the fetus movement. The fetus is approximately 5.5 inches long. Weeks 20 to 24, so-called brain waves become detectable as the human cortex begins to form. Nevertheless, they are not of the kind that is present much later in fetal development as the structure of the brain develops. Now, there are other activities detected in the cell development in the woman's uterus, such as other organs and skin development takes place. Weeks 20 to 28, the process of viability takes place, and the fetus is able to live apart from its mother, depending on the size. Say 2+ pounds, and lung development also takes place. Now, week 40, this is a period of delivery and birth. This means that fertilization, after fertilization has taken place in the womb or the uterus, it goes through several stages. So as the days and the week go by, the developed egg or the fertilized ovum also develops into a human person. Here, I want you to take note of the very terms I'll be mentioning. Zygote, such as zygote, blastocyst, embryo, and fetus. These are very important to the discussion. So we are saying that the newly fertilized egg is a zygote. So after the male and the female gamete meet or fuse, it forms a zygote. When the ball of cells reaches the uterus 7 to 10 days after fertilization, it is called a blastocyst. Now, a blastocyst is that fluid-filled cavity surrounded by a single layer of cells. Now, from the 2nd to the 8th week of gestation, the developing organism is called an embryo. It's as any animal at this early stage of primitive tissue and organ development. From then until birth, it is called a fetus, which means young unborn. It means that the processes include the formation of the zygote, blastocyst, embryo, and finally a fetus. These are the important key terms I want you to take note of. Thank you for listening to this session. We will meet in the subsequent session. Thank you so much.